conversation in Kenya about where we are and where we should be. And I am very proud that today we have you right here in Kenya, so that even as we have this conversation, we can bring home with your presence here that Malaysia, which was an agricultural country like Kenya 60 years ago, today has an economy 20 times larger than ours, has an economy that is diversified, has a GDP per capita that is maybe also 20 times higher than ours. And we say this because we believe we can do it the same way your country did it. And I am very encouraged. I am inspired when I look at you, Prime Minister, look at what Malaysia has been able to achieve and the steps you have taken, the decisions you have made as a country, the path that you have chosen that has made you the country that you are today. And as a people, we associate ourselves with Malaysia in many ways. And as you have asked me, I will be visiting, by God's grace, I will be visiting your country next year. And I will carry quite a bit of the private sector with me and many others, so that when I discuss with the people of Kenya the housing program, where the greatest inspiration came from Singapore and Malaysia, they can come and see what Malaysia has done on the housing program. They can come and see the kind of human resource development that you have done. They can also come and see what you have done in matters health, even as we drive our own universal health coverage here in Kenya. It is amongst the lessons that we have learned from your country. And Mr. Prime Minister, I will also have the opportunity, because I've been to your country 3 times, for Kenyans to see the kind of infrastructure, modern infrastructure that you have put up in your country, and the one that we are envisioning as Kenya. And it is really a proud moment for me as I engage with you, because you bring home the many things that we have been discussing as a country as to the possibilities of what can be achieved if the right decisions are made, if we don't compromise, if we don't settle for the average, if we eliminate mediocrity, and we make the decisions that will take our country forward. Mr. Prime Minister, I express my deepest appreciation to His Majesty King Sultan Ibrahim Sultan, to Your Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, your government, and the people of Malaysia for this very important brotherly visit. Welcome.
Thank you, President Ruto. And Kenya is a great country for hosting us and my delegation. I'm particularly delighted to be here. It's a great country, great history of struggle. And we have seen under your stewardship the determination to propel not only the economy but the infrastructure, and to ensure that Kenya emerge as a great nation. I mean, you have been extremely humble in your remarks. I've seen the potential. I've seen the enormous strides you have made in the housing sector, for example, which is most commendable. I don't think many countries, including Malaysia, has embarked that fast and that effective, because your passion to provide housing for the people, particularly the poor, from Kenya. So congratulations, Mr. President. We have decided, both of us at least, and the government, to enhance the bilateral relations into a strategic partnership which would cover all fields of endeavor. And the traditional agriculture, import, but also in new technology. You are also very concerned on the issue in energy transition and digital transformation, including semiconductors, data center, and AI. And I think we can share our experience and yours through university collaboration, to research, and through various forms of investments. And I think there's absolutely no reason why a country like Kenya with such enormous potential and Malaysia cannot effectively collaborate and benefit from each other's strength. We have been, both have been ex-colony of the West, and it's time that we emerge as a forceful voice, but beginning with, of course, the management of our own country, our economy, our governance, and you see, with clarity of purpose and policies. And I, therefore, must express my profound regards and appreciation for your single determination. You are tough. and certainly countries like Kenya, Malaysia, although we are a democracy, but we need leaders who have clarity of vision, who have firm determination, because otherwise we'll be left behind. And you, President, I'm particularly not only excited but assured meeting you and looking at this country. And of course, the advantage of visits like this is that you prepare, you learn, relearn the new ventures, the new initiatives. And I have great belief that Kenya will be one of the stars in Africa. And I'm therefore, on behalf of my colleagues in Malaysia and the people of Malaysia, not only in expressing my profound thanks to you, but to assure you that we will have to execute this. And I've given my assurance that prior to your visit, which is not going to be too late, maybe early next year, and we will make sure that some of the broad parameters and execution of the decisions must be made earlier. December, January, February, we still have a few months. But we must showcase that we can do it. And listening to you and looking what we have done in this country, I believe that we can showcase to the world that the collaboration of countries can affect change and will benefit immensely the welfare of their people. On international issues, again, I mean, we share a common position. No amount of hectoring about human rights and democracy by those in power over the West can change a position that there is hardly any democratic tradition or process, even in the United Nations. I mean, this is a misnomer, is a contradiction in terms. So we have been calling for that, and I believe certainly it is a new Africa. Africa is no longer a colony, and there's a huge potential, economic potential, and also in terms of population and demography. So it is, to me, totally unacceptable for us to accept both the international architecture or the United Nations or trading arrangements in the same manner that we inherit in the past. We are a new voice, asserting our confidence. And I, of course, will continue to support and assure you that our commitment is beyond these exhortations, but we'll do whatever is necessary to make sure that justice prevails. Now, on the issue of Gaza, we did discuss. I mean, of course, the atrocities must end, and we support the initial initiative by President Trump of the United States of America. But of course, we call for a comprehensive solution that will assure and guarantee the peace in the region. Similarly, in the Sudan, although we are far away, but we detest this foreign involvement, not to resolve, but also but instead to cause more divisions and killings. And I share your concern that if the United States is determined to cease in the process, we certainly wish them well, and we'll do again what is necessary. Now, similarly, some of the other countries, Congo, for example, in Africa, and I admire your tenacity to participate in this process, because we need a peaceful region. And if I may conclude by saying that we are fortunate in Malaysia because we're in the ASEAN region, relatively the most peaceful in the world. Well, there are some skirmishes here and there, but certainly it is considered to be one of the most peaceful regions. And all these countries, all my neighbors, all focus on transformation, on effecting changes, and therefore it has become, right now, the most, in terms of economic progress, the fastest growing economy in the world. And Africa has that potential, and we are not just, this is not just a normal diplomatic engagement. I mean, President, you are able to charm us from Malaysia. And I consider this a great visit, short but very meaningful, and we have forged this friendship based on trust and confidence, and I will do whatever is necessary to make sure that we affect the change and decisions that we have made. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And just to announce that we have a new tea ambassador, Kenyan tea ambassador in Malaysia.
Your Excellency, the Honorable Prime Minister, that brings us to the end of this session. I'll request that we all rise as we allow His Excellency, together with the Honorable Prime Minister, to take leave.